Hi there, Jamie Shibley from The Expressory. Today, I want to talk about one of the absolutely essential parts of client relationship success, consistency. All right, now before you watch this video, I hope you've had a chance to identify your most valuable clients. You should have an actual list of those top 25 so that you're ready to start planning some action here. Because recognizing that someone is valuable enough and actually belongs on the list isn't enough. We need to make sure that they actually feel valued, and they need to feel it consistently. The best clients can start to feel forgotten if they only hear from you when it's time to review something or sign a document. And when appreciation only happens randomly, it creates confusion, and confusion erodes trust. And not only that, all these clients could be thinking of you more often if you stayed on their radar. Consistent care does more than just keep the trust in place. It keeps you top of mind in the small everyday moments, like when they hear a friend mention needing advice, or when a need pops up for a service that you offer that they would have otherwise forgotten to ask you about. Remember, in today's digital world, consumers are making their purchase decisions in a split second in between all of their other tasks. And these touch points of care that we're talking about help people remember at the moment they make that purchase decision or when someone's asking them for a referral. All right, so how do we make consistent care manageable? To start with, we're going to look at your top 25 list and we start to assign dates for when you will send touch points. Just one intentional outreach per quarter. That's it. 4 personal, meaningful moments a year that now have a date to execute. Okay, and I know what's going to hold this up next. It's going to be coming up with what to say or what to send. So I want to help take some of that pressure off. Want to give you some prompts to help you figure out what to send on those 4 dates. Right? So when you're deciding on ideas, I want you to think about what would be thoughtful or relevant or just plain delightful in the moment of time that you're planning. And I want you to think of things that you can send physically. You can sprinkle in some digital, but we definitely want to move out of the crowded inboxes and into the physical space, because studies have shown that physical mail triggers the part of the brain responsible for emotions and perceiving value. Okay, with all of that in mind, here are some ideas. Think about the economic relevance. Is there something going on in the market that might have them concerned? Because you could send a quick, helpful article or a guide you've created to ease that stress. And that's going to position you as the calm and trusted expert. What about seasonal wellness? Maybe summer's coming up. You could send a lighthearted book recommendation for like a vacation read. Or even better, you could actually mail them a copy of the book with a note that says, I thought you might enjoy a little escape this season. Another option is to think about those social holidays. Not everything has to be serious. Look for those like fun, random holidays like National Smile Day, National Coffee Day. They're perfect excuses for just because, with like a tiny treat and a fun message. And finally, what do you know about their personal world? Is there a relevant milestone you could acknowledge or some type of personal interest you could support? What I want you to realize is that there are a lot of opportunities to create that emotional loyalty with just the right touch point. You just need to document it so that you're more likely to move toward execution on a consistent basis. So here's your next steps. Look at that list of top 25, and for each name, ask, when was the last time I reached out to them outside of a business conversation? Okay. Then plan your quarterly rhythm and put it on your calendar. You need visibility to build consistency. Make it real. Consistency doesn't mean complicated, it means intentional. And when your top clients feel that rhythm, they're going to stay loyal, they're going to refer you more often, and they're going to trust you more deeply. So thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you learned something helpful today.